Hello and welcome to White Glove Reviews. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a look at Bloonarius the Inflator. And in this case, it's going to be on Cracked. Now, one thing I do want to point out that's kind of weird, if you notice on the right-hand side right now, I don't have any of those particular icons you need to get to the event. And I have no idea why it happened, but my phone was doing something kind of weird, I guess. Anyway, they pop up in just a minute. And so anyway, if you have that happen to you, that's definitely an option. Just fiddle with your phone until it works. Now, Bloonarius the Inflator is one of the new bosses that got added. And in this case, we're going to tackle it on normal and on Cracked. Now, what I did and what I normally do is I will fast forward through the less exciting parts and talk about various interesting things that happen as we go through. Now, I ended up going with Etienne, and I hope I pronounced that right, as my monkey hero. And I picked him mainly because he does really good damage, and it solves the problem of having to deal with camos once he gets his, I want to say, level 8 upgrade. Now, one thing I did do here, and as you can see, I'm using a monkey farmer because I'm planning on building some farms, and, well, sometimes laziness wins. So what I'm doing is I'm building a number of farms to keep money going pretty well throughout the battle. Now for the boss, my attempt at the tier 1 boss, I kind of didn't really have a good plan going into it. I was just figuring I would probably do some damage and, that would take care of things. It's not ideal, and you can kind of see me sort of scrambling to put some bomb shooters out and generally get monkeys on the field in case things start to go wrong. He only has 20,000 hit points, so it's not really that big of a deal. But it kind of sort of made me a little nervous for the tier 2. So I get through him here, and I go around and start upgrading my monkey farms as we're going up as well. Now, we'll fast forwarding again until the tier 2 boss. And at this point, I decided that what I wanted to do, and what I kind of needed to do, was I needed to start adding monkeys that did damage, that didn't have a specific area that they did damage to the whole screen. And that way they could maximize their impact on the boss as we went through. I also set a lot of them to strong to make sure that they would focus on the boss. And as you can see, the tier 2 boss goes a bit better. I added an aircraft carrier, and later on I add a couple of planes, a couple of the monkey pilots, and a couple of the helo. Crap, I'm misremembering the names of them. The helicopters and the airplanes. And for the helicopters, I went with 502 and 205s for the helicopters. That way, they would be able to, again, affect the boss no matter where he is. Later on, I also add in a couple of tier 5 snipers. I add in a 502 and a 205 sniper to, again, add more damage just anywhere. And as you can see, the tier 3 goes pretty reasonably. And as we're fast forwarding again to the tier 4, I added 2 spike factories. I added the carpet of spikes and also the mines. I don't think I would have added the mines. I think I should have added the 0, 2, 5 spike factory instead, the perma spikes. And because my thought was that I was going to eventually upgrade the spike mines to super mines, which seem to do a shocking amount of damage from some of my other games, but it just never really worked out that way. And I think it would have been a much better benefit and a nice additional precaution to stick the perma spikes just at the very end of the path to make sure nothing leaked through and there was no random damage that just got past you. As you can see though, the hit points move up. This particular tier has 750,000 hit points, and again, we're still doing respectable damage. Doesn't look like the boss is getting much past halfway through, and we're at round 108, so the damage is actually cleaning up a lot of the other stuff, and it's kind of a garbled mess right now, but there's also a 205 wizard, the necromancer, and also a 250 wizard, the one that makes the phoenix that shoots all the time. I put those in there as kind of additional means to just slow the boss down. And as you can see, this boss is sitting at 3 million hit points, and based upon the damage and how fast we're going through it, it looks like it's doing pretty good. I mean, this particular strategy is not really what I would consider a genius or brilliant strategy. It's just make things that do damage. Now, if I were going back and evaluating the strategy, like I said, I would definitely swap out. Instead of the mines, I'd go with permaspikes, and I might also, I think what I would have done is I would have upgraded the village earlier to boost all my monkeys sooner. I have alchemists scattered here and there to kind of just buff the various towers. It's not, like, strategy-wise, it's not brilliant, but it does work. And so the main thing is I made sure to generate enough money so I could pay for the upgrades I needed, and that pretty much will get you through the boss on normal. And hopefully this is a kind of at least an example of a possible attack that is kind of brute force and simple. And as you can see, we get through the boss not too bad. Now, one thing that's kind of funny is you can see right now the boss has been destroyed and it's showing 4 hit points. As near as I can figure, you have to finish the round you're on as well. You don't just win as soon as the boss dies. So, like, as you can see, my monkeys have to clean up basically the garbage. And so, the prize for getting through is not too bad. You pick up trophies, some monkey money, and a tech pot. Anyway, it's not terrible. Now, I tried the elite on the last one, and I'm going to try elite on this one as well. The problem with the elite is I couldn't get through tier 5. And so I figure I'll attempt that one, and I'll post a video for that as well. Anyway, if you have any questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And I hope y'all have an excellent day.